sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerge from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 24-yard line.
They go play action with Lawrence. And Sharp calls it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's Logan. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On play action, Lawrence. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
132 fighter. Mike 58 right there. Oh yeah, I'm coming. Oh yeah, I'm coming. Check. Check hot.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 9-yard line.
Second and 3 from the 9. They'll try the left side. Logan. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They go play action now. Lawrence. They're trying to find Sharp, but it's intercepted. picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now it's Fields. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cake.
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Chris Barnes. And the Bears are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Montgomery running right. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. On play action, Fields. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Touchdown. It's complete. T.J. Logan, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
So, Charles, a nice throw there by a man who, until this week, was the backup here, elevated to get the start due to injury. How different do you think this offense will be?
Well, the hope is not much, but obviously it's hard to say until you get out there and see how your guys respond. And fortunately, this might just be a 1 or 2 week absence. But I do think that this unit has faith in him. They believe that he can play well, and they're going to band together to give him every opportunity.
On second down, it's Montgomery, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run, Montgomery. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Devon Hamilton with the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs.
Back to throw, Fields.
Step, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here we go on 4th down. Fields.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in the second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
Escaping the pressure right. This is complete to Holmes. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal?
Lawrence with a quick throw outside. That's complete.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Tyron Johnson.
His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Now a give running left with Montgomery. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Third down, they go Montgomery. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes the Bears punter now. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly.
And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed.
Extra point attempt to come here. And it is now 21-0. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Fields on first down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Running with Montgomery from the pistol. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
59 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Jaguars are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
Fighting through pressure. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. Connection made with Chenault. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Now Lawrence. Man open is Robinson. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
They go with the empty set there. 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion calls defensively, and it turns into a big play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. Touchdown, Jaguars! DJ Chark, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. at the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because...
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 30. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Jaguars. T.J. Logan with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this 35-0 now.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
Back to Montgomery on second down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery.
Well, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain.
The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Running for it, Montgomery. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Backed up where they were on this side of the field, that was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a first down in that situation?
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Eight yards to go on second down.
A man who played college football here in the Sunshine State. It's USF's Marlon Mack. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Fields. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
They snap it to Fields.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 47. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. CD, this defense, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They go play action with Lawrence.
And Sharp calls it in. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big connection on that one, 30 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Logan. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Lawrence. It's caught. Reception by Holmes. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 makes it 3rd down and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll try and run for it. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Remember, that was fourth and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and fourth and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
2nd and 11.
X3, 218, chop it.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. On the carry, it's Logan. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And his kick is good.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A give. This is Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And he is not going to get the first down as he'll spot this at about the 28. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play, only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers, everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
On 4th down, Fields able to find Lazard. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Fields throw complete here to Kmet.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Second and 10. Fields now to throw.
Finds a seam inside the 40.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Switch up. Under 10. Under 6. Tighten up.
A shotgun snap. Fields
being chased out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
2nd and 15.
Another try after the first down sack.
Fields.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. Well, partner, the offense gets to take the knee, but the defense should take a bow on that sidelines. What a game, shutting them out.
I like the way you put it there. You wordsmithed that one perfectly. Take a knee offense, you get to celebrate, you got the win. But defensively, wow, they'll be sailing as they go forward.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Jacksonville, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign.
And they'll get to stay home again next week as Washington comes to town.
Meanwhile, for the Bears, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.
Thank you.